Hi Stamper friends. Today I'm going to show you a technique. It's been around a while, but I had never used it before, and I saw some cards made with it and I thought it was just beautiful. And it's called the polished stone technique. That background there, isn't that just gorgeous? So you may have seen this card on my business page. Now I'm going to show you how it's made. We're going to use different colors though in the card I'm doing today. So I'm going to set this off to the side. To start out, you're going to use Stampin' Up! Glossy paper. It's flat on the back, it's matte, it's glossy, shiny on the side. I hope you can tell that. This piece is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Now I told you today we were going to use some different colors. We're going to use Pool Party. We're using re-inkers rather than the ink pads. Soft Sky. So when you buy an ink pad, I suggest that people always buy the re-inker at the very same time. And people think, I won't need it. There are a lot of techniques that you can do using the re-inkers, and they do come in handy. The third color is Blushing Bride. Okay. And the other tool we have today, we're going to use cotton balls and a spritzer with alcohol in it. So the first thing you're going to do is spritz your cotton ball with alcohol. I'm going to do this away from where I'm working because I don't want everything to get all wet. So let me do that. You just need to give it a squirt or two, not a lot. And so what you're going to do is put a couple drops on here. You can see I've already used this. Whoops, I'm making a mess there. I dripped a couple. And you're just going to start by dabbing that on here. You're going to do this with all 3 colors. And you can have as much or as little white showing as you want. I prefer to not have any white show. So, oops. You just keep going around and around. And you can even pick some of this other ink up off here where it's a little wetter and move it around too. Okay, so we tried that. Now let's try, I'm going to go to the Soft Sky. I'm going to do the same thing, spritz with the cotton ball with ink, or with alcohol. Put a couple drops of ink on here. If you don't like to get inky, this might not be for you, or you might want to wear gloves or something, but I don't mind. The ink is just, it comes off pretty easy. So, cover up some more spots here. There you go. And we're going to go with the third color, which is Blushing Bride. I'm going to put alcohol in my cotton ball. A couple drops of re-inker. And start with the pink. It doesn't look like much in the beginning, and it looks kind of ugh. You can use any colors you want. The card I showed you the orange and yellowish one. I think I used 5 on that, which was probably more than I should have. I think 3 is a good number to use. I'm going to get a couple more of this. Get some pink in some places where there maybe isn't any. Maybe a couple of these. Go back with the other cotton balls. Fill in some spots. Okay. And a little bit of pink right here. I guess that's good. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to have to let this dry. Oop, I've got a little drop of ink over here. Let me wipe that up before it stains something. Okay, there we go. Before you do anything else, this is going to have to dry. You got a couple options. You can use your heat gun to dry it, or just set it aside if you're not in a big hurry, and let it dry some more. Oops, a couple places where edges. Yeah, I like to make sure I have my edges done. Actually, if you were going to make a lot of cards using this technique, I would just leave the paper whole, the whole 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and then I would do this technique over the whole thing, and then I would cut it down. That, for me, that would be easier. So, so that we don't have to wait for it to dry, I have one that's already dry for you. So you can see it does change significantly as it dries. I think it looks so much better dry. So give you some time and some patience. Okay, so we're going to use the dry one. Now we're going to stamp a stamp on it. This stamp and the stamp we're going to use on this card are from the Beautiful You stamp set, which is in our annual catalog. And the ink you want to use on this glossy paper is the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Before I put the video up, before I post the video, I will put all the item numbers on it, so you'll know in case you want to make a purchase. So, ink this stamp up real good, and I'm gonna make sure I got, yep. Okay, we're gonna stamp. Just remember, this might slide because it's glossy, so be careful. Take your time. Don't rock it. And there we go. Again, just like the ink we used for the background, it's going to take this just a little bit to dry. Okay? So while that's drying, I was playing with some colors. Okay? This is the same Blushing Bride that's used in the ink. I have, this is the Soft Sky, but I think I liked it better with the pink, but it needed a border. So to me this kind of looks a little bit gray. So what I did was I took some of our Smoky Slate, like that. Okay, and then I would adhere it onto my card base. The card base is just a half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to wait for it completely dry before I adhere it. But something else you can do if you want, much like this card where I have the word amazing, you could do a die cut. She looks like she's feeling a little down and sad. Maybe she needs some hope. So I cut this one out of the Soft Sky, but I didn't like the color so much, so I thought I'd go with the Blushing Bride, which is what I decided to go with. So I'm going to set this up to the side, and I'm going to pull in the finished card. So as you can see, we have the Blushing Bride base, we have the Smoky Slate. If I didn't mention it before, I'm going to mention it. It's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. The glossy paper's cut at 3 3/4 by 5. I stamped this girl, which is from the Beautiful You stamp set in the annual catalog. This word is from the die set Sunshine Wishes, which is in the annual catalog. This word is from the Celebrate You die set, which is in the Celebration catalog, and you can get that free for the next 2 weeks till the end of March. Out of the celebrations, you get it free with a $100 order. So I hope you liked it. I hope you give the polished stone technique a try. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.